Hey, they say it ain't over till it's over. Well, let me tell you, this one definitely ain't over.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Fields now to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now gone. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap, Fields. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Fields, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action. Was to take off and run, and that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On first down, gone. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
To throw again on second down, Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Again, Goff. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. To throw is Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, this place has notoriously never been kind to visiting field goal kickers. You get those wins that really whip through the inner bowl, not to mention the urban legends about stadium workers opening and closing the tunnel doors. But for whatever reason, this one winds up off target.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. On first down, it's Fields. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the tight end goes in motion left. And they run the option on second down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
3rd and 2. Goff.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And that one on the money to Claypool downfield.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete here to Waller.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Running the counter, Patterson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Goff now looking to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff.
That is caught downfield. It's Waller.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. In motion, the tight end. On second down, it's Jones. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Aaron Jones, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Gone.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard and trying to get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The final shot before break here. Goff eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Just what they needed a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Throwing on third. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
To throw is Fields.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Waller, 75 yards.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and run it here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the interception, here's Goff. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35.
163 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a first down carry by Jones. Shoves him away. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This has been a good drive so far. And it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. Yeah,
you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On first down, it's gone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the red zone now, Goff. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll try to run with Patterson.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
One more time with Patterson.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Cordero Patterson punching it in from a yard away.
And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Now Fields.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking